Oop, look at that. So this is a different type of video. I just wanted to come on and chit chat. As the title says, I am single for the first time in I don't know how long. Although technically, I've been single for like years now. I've been single for a very long time. But you know how you mentally still be attached to people. So this is me, like no mental attachments, no nothing, single, going out into the world. And I could tell y'all, I feel so nervous. I haven't been single like this since I was 19 years old. So I had an ex that I was with for about 10 years, and you know, that fizzled out. And then I ended up getting pregnant by somebody. We were never together, you know. So I was single before I got pregnant, single while I was pregnant, single after I had a baby, and been single since. However, you know, those two relationships or situations, the first one was a relationship, but it definitely took time for me. I had to take time to process, those feelings and things that went along with that, I guess. And now, like after years later, I finally have processed that. I am so nervous. I will be honest with you. I feel so, this is different. You know, like I said, I haven't been single like this since I was 19 years old. And I could feel myself. Look, he be talking when I start to talk. Hey, baby, you want a snack? I brought snacks for him.
Oh, I feel that it's so.
So, anyways, where was I at? Oh yeah, I haven't been single like this since I've been 19 years old, and I could just like, I can feel myself like I'm starting to take more and more steps in my life where it's like, okay, we're getting to that point where, you know, you're gonna be into a serious relationship now. Like we're getting there. You know, I haven't found the person yet, but just internally, you know, I can feel myself being more and more, you know, confident with taking those steps with someone. You know what I'm saying? Like I was very close with my ex. Like we became like a little beyond best friends, I would say. I used to always ask him, like, are you my best friend? Because you're my best friend. Am I your best friend? Like, I enjoyed that experience. I enjoyed being very connected and very close with someone. Although our relationship wasn't really physical, you know, really lacked we didn't hug, we didn't kiss, you know, we didn't do anything really physical, but it was really a beautiful experience just to get that close to someone, without the physical aspect of it. You know, we were very reclusive people, very private people, yet, you know, we opened up to each other a lot, you know, and we were always around each other. I remember when I first met him, and I think it was like a couple days after I met him, and there's a 10-year age gap between us. So I was 19, he was 29, going to be turning 30 that year. And it's like none of that even mattered, you know. I met him, and like a couple days later, you know, we had been texting and talking, and then he was like, you know, I want to see you every day for a week. And it was just like such a crazy notion, like for us to see each other every single day for a week. But after that, it's like that was normal. We seen each other every day, you know, several times a day. After that became our norm. And I really enjoyed that connection and having that just safe space with someone. You know what I'm saying? So, but it did lack the physical aspect. With my son's father, we were a bit physical. You know, we had a baby. I had a baby. It's just me and my baby. But so now it's like I'm going to step into the space of relationship where not only will I have this, you know, connection with somebody, but I will also be, you know, have the intimacy and the holding hands and the kissing and the hugging. And that is like so scary and exciting for me, you know? So I don't know. I guess I just want to come on here and yap about that because this has been something that I've been working on within myself for a very long time. You know, I was very heartbroken, I guess, and sad to have the experience of being a single mother, to have the experience of, you know, just the situation where I'm trying to reach out and trying to make things work with somebody who just is not interested in that at all. And, you know, just the abandonment and different things that kept popping up for me. And I have this candy up here I don't want to give Ra. I might give it to him because he won't stop singing. Oh, I hope fingers crossed he doesn't open it. Y'all tell me if he opens it. No, it's joking. But no. So yeah, I was actually really heartbroken. Even though there was never a relationship with my son's father, I was very hurt. You know, I became so infatuated with this individual, and I don't know if it's just because he wasn't around or what the situation was, but I really did, you know, try to put a lot of effort into trying to build a family with him, and it didn't work. And so I had to process all of that, you know. So this has been years in the making. My son's 2 now. So like I said, I was single when I met him. So from the time, like, you know, I got pregnant, I guess the first couple months I got pregnant, there was a lot of secrets and things coming out about him and his situation that I, you know, I got really disgusted and upset about. And as time went on, I then began trying to say, okay, well, let's try to make something work. Like, let's try to build something here. And, you know, it just never happened. And I had to, like I said, I had to really process those emotions and process what the traumas, because a lot of things were as well traumas. Got that ball. He be having me buy him so many balls. He don't be having me. He just say he wanted and I get it. Honestly. But so yeah, a lot of things came up for me that were also issues that I had from childhood. So it was like I was processing the present things as well as processing childhood wounds, and it was the toughest time for me. I promise you. Everything that I had going on. Stop it, Ra. Hold on to the ball. Mommy's almost done. You know, everything that I had going on just came bubbling to the surface, and I just had a real breaking point, you know, and slowly but surely I've been coming up out of that. I'm pretty grateful for this. I have a new job opportunity that's coming up that's really going to put me and my son in a much healthier position. For those who don't know, I'm pretty sure you don't know on this channel, but me and my son had faced some really hard times to the point we almost didn't have somewhere to live. We were couch surfing. We ended up in the projects at one point in time. It's been a very, very rough ride for us. So this new opportunity is something that's really going to just push us, you know, to where we need to be. Although I do know that a lot of that was the things that I had going on within me that I had to process. And now, you know, processing those things and just I had a lot of worthless, you know, feeling worthless about myself, feeling like, oh, well, why would I be able to, you know, achieve any of those things? Why would I be able to have this or have that? And it was because of, you know, things that happened in my childhood that I had been carrying with me, you know. And I finally just came to a head where I had to address those things. And as I find myself addressing these things, new opportunities are popping up for me, and things are just kind of unfolding gracefully. And I'm grateful for that. I really am. I did have to, you know, work for it. Just like this whole situation of me being single. Like, I'm so excited about that. You have no idea. Because like I said, it's been years that I have been attached to different individuals. I mean, even before the situation with my son's father, which is fairly new, the situation with my ex, that was 10 years of that. You know what I'm saying? 10 years of back and forth of this and that, ups and downs, even though, you know, with all my heart, I loved and loved and loved and loved him. I really did love my ex. I still do. You know, he's a great person. I want him to see him happy, but I don't personally want to see him with someone else, even though I do want him happy, you know? Like I wouldn't say I'm still like, he's mine. Of course not, because I know that, you know, I tried everything I could in that situation and it didn't work. And I was at that point where I said, okay, I'm done. I don't want this anymore, you know? But either way, I still had all of that situation going on, and then, you know, the situation with my ex, like with my son's father, like I had so much to process. And to finally be letting go of those things, because in all truth, the only reason I had sex with my son's father was to get over my ex. That was it. You know, I made that clear with that individual. He knew what it was. I knew what it was. That's what it wasn't some secret. And I just ended up getting pregnant. But so instead of me processing and doing what I should have did, you know, what I did recently, I should have did what I did recently back then, you know, but I got my little man, so I'm okay, you know, right? He's helped me grow up a lot. This job opportunity is something that I probably wouldn't have taken on my own, you know, like just everything, all the things that are transpiring right now are things that would not have happened without him. So I can't really be like, oh, well, I should have did this back then, because I wouldn't have, you know, what I have now. I wouldn't be heading into the space that we're heading into now. Like, I wouldn't have investigated, like, me learning about stocks and crypto and just different things. You know, I wouldn't have really went so hard in these spaces if it wasn't for my son. So I'm glad that I didn't, you know, process those things then, and I'm processing them now, because I was able to learn a lot more, and I was able to grow a lot more.
Why?
But, you know, for anyone who's trying to get over an ex, or, you know, move on to a different situation, I definitely say sit down and, you know, process it. You know, let your feelings and let how you feel, you know, experience that. Let it out. Like, it's not for me to sit up here and hold on to things, because the feelings that I have for those people, I let them know. You know, I didn't sit there and, you know, bottle it up or pretend like it wasn't there. There were times when I did that, and months that I did that, and it just was agony. You know, I try to pretend like I didn't feel this way or this, that, or the third. But when, you know, I let it be known, like, hey, yo, this is how I feel. What's up? Nothing? Okay. Let's process, you know, the things that come up from that, you know, whether it's feelings of rejection, you know, abandonment, whatever. Like, let's process that so that we can move forward and we can move on with our life. But I'm grateful, because this is, like I said, this is new for me. Gonna be in a relationship with someone that I absolutely connect with, as well as having that intimacy. Ooh, this is gonna be so fun. And then I'm not doing this again. I promise you. This is it. This next person, I will fall in love with whoever. Look, whoever I end up connecting with. You know, I feel like anybody that you sit down and talk to, you're gonna just love them. That's just natural for me. You know, I don't know. People are loved. So once you sit down and you get to know them and you listen to them, they usually are just fantastic. So the next person, I'm letting it be known, like, look, this is it. I'm not trying this no more. I'm not going through this no more. Like, you're gonna be my guy. So that's why I've taken my time. That's why I said, let me process what I have going on, because I did have opportunities, like when I was pregnant. You know, I had individuals that I had known for years, several, say that they would, you know, step in. They could come to a doctor's appointment. They take my kid on as their own, which, you know, I feel like that can be very confusing for the child. And I'm grateful that they did that they said those things, even though I didn't take them up on that offer, because it did help. Like, okay, well, I technically don't have to do this on my own if I don't want to, but, you know, I didn't want to, you know, confuse my baby like that. And even after I had my child, there was an individual whom will remain nameless, who was someone close to me, who to look up terrible self, who did say that they would step in and we would figure it out and this, that, and the third. But I felt like, you know, again, I had to process what I had going on. So now that I've processed all that, and I've waited and I've waited and I've waited, like, and now I'm about to go back out into the world. I'm excited, y'all. This was just me yapping. This was just me talking girl talk. That's all. Talking about having a baby. Well, it's not having a baby. I'm looking at this baby over here. But yeah, that's one big thing too. Within the next couple of years, I definitely want to have some more kids. I didn't want to say just one because I don't want just one. I'm sad that my baby is an only child right now. I didn't expect for him to be an only child this long. That can't remain too much longer. I want him to have siblings. I want him to have a father figure in his life. I mean, he will know who that biological parent is, but I want him to have a father that's in his life, that's present, that can raise him, that can, like, I know I make him too soft, you know, but all these things is down the line, you know. It's just that I'm saying that, okay, now I am ready. I'm ready to stop telling people that I have an imaginary boyfriend. You know, I'm ready to stop using my son as an excuse as to why I can't go out or why I can't do anything. Like, oh, sorry, I got a baby. Sorry, I got a baby. You know? You ate your snacks, Papa. Yeah, we about to go. So thanks, y'all, for listening to me yapper. I don't know what this video is going to sound like. I don't even know if I'm going to rewatch it or if I'm just going to upload it. Like I say, thanks for listening. I appreciate it. And I will give you updates on my new single life and how it's going. Thanks.